Oh, my Lord, the time is most certainly ticking when it comes to you, my gorgeous, my ever so precious Sagittarius. The 25th of January 2020, it's actually going to be a ridiculously important moment in time when it comes to you. And this is so much to do with your own success, but also reaching this particular moment in time when the actual outcome of the past efforts are going to really, really, really reward you like never before. At the same time, there is going to be a rather wonderful and very powerful shift of energy that you are going to have, and that particular shift of energy is going to reflect on you in such a powerful way, and it's going to enhance your confidence, because what is actually going to happen is that you are going to have an opportunity, and the opportunity that you will have, if you think about it right now at this very moment in time, you would be like, oh my God, no, my Lord, I can't do it. It's this particular lack of confidence, it's this particular option, it's this particular realization that it's going to boost your confidence when it comes to your own accomplishment, that is literally going to change everything. The actual January 2020, it's not only going to be the actual month of changes, my gorgeous Sagittarius, when it comes to you, but it's also the important decisions that you're going to be making. There are three very, very significant decisions that you will make this month. Okay, it is not only about like making an important decision then and there and then starting at that very moment in time. There is a one particular thing that is just going to take off like there is no tomorrow, but it's connected to the certain process that you started before, certain process that you started earlier. On one hand, it could have been like a little bit of like an unfinished business, but on another hand, most certainly it's the certain continuation of the progress or the process that you already started in a certain way. This is about to boost your confidence, it's about to boost your power, but also it's going to boost your energy levels, and this is going to make you like an absolute super powerful human indeed. I say this because you are going to achieve so much this January. It's not only about like basically making decisions and having a really significant progress, but it's about this absolutely amazing, remarkable balance of energies that you are going to have. And by the time we get to the last part of this month, the whole new option is going to become available. But that particular option that is going to become available, it's going to make you realize that, it's honestly like very important to say that it's going to be quite significant to understand that it's time to move on. And that in itself is an important moment in time. And most certainly this is going to create your Wheel of Fortune moment with an absolutely mind-blowing, remarkable outcome. Okay, this is absolutely brilliant, you see. And also what else I was going to say, it's a really important moment in time, because this is something that you're actually going to start this month. I said three things that are going to be very ridiculously important when it comes to like a new decisions and new options at the same time, but there's one particular thing that it's going to take off, and that is going to be absolutely everything. An amazing moment in time, because it's going to be connected to your destiny, to your fortune, and you are most certainly going to have like bam bam bam, really important moment. And the moment that you're going to have, it's also going to give you an opportunity to reflect on your life in a slightly different way. And this is purely going to happen because you're reaching a very important stage of your particular journey. In fact, January 2020, it's going to be responsible for the actual fact that your life is just going to change. January 2020, it's going to be directly responsible for you, for your own power, for your own self-esteem, but at the same time this is going to boost your creativity, and that in itself it's going to become an important moment of rebirth, an important moment of your own enlightenment. You will also, oh my God, this is so important, because you will on one hand release yourself from the negativity, from like a very heavy karma, that was preventing you kind of like to be yourself, and that was actually slowing you down because you already kind of made a certain certain points in your mind, you made a certain directions in your mind, and that actually already became a part of your reality, part of your subconscious mind. But also that energy is just so strong and it's so powerful, and it literally took off. So it's so much to do with what you wanted to do in such a long time, but it's going to happen at around the end of the month, when you are going to have an unexpected event, an unexpected situation is going to arise, which is going to require from you to pay a certain input, to put a certain input in order to make a necessary adjustment. Now this is going to be the moment in time, because at the same time something very important is going to be revealed to you, and that is also going to be quite important, because it's our thoughts, our thinking, it's the energy, it's our power. It's very strong and it's very powerful. You know, our thinking is the energy. It's like the wind, you know, you can't see it. It's, you know, it's a very powerful energy, which at the same time took over everything that you have been doing so far. And this is going to boil down to this particular moment in time. And this is where things are going to start changing like there is no tomorrow. I'm so happy for you, because this is a lot to do with a new beginning. It's a lot to do with a new project. It's a lot to do maybe with a new job, maybe with like some kind of new school, new direction, but most certainly it is going to be the actual direct abilities that you will have, that you will be able to use in order like to give the best of your energy indeed. But most certainly the bottom line is that there are going to be unlimited possibilities on one hand, and this is when it becomes interesting, because the balance that it's about to return, it's also at the same time going to make you realize how much energy did you maybe waste on things that you didn't want to do, that didn't make you feel really happy. And then on another hand, this is most certainly going to be the step in the right direction. It's going to boost your energy, it's going to boost your optimism, and it's going to make you feel good instantly. And this is how you will know. This is how you will know that you are about to invoke something very important in your life, because your focus is going to be rather clear, very sharp indeed, in many different ways. And this is purely down to your own radiance, which is also going to allow you and provide you with an opportunities throughout the months to try to direct and redirect your own energy in the best possible way. Because January in particular is going to make your your energy in particular very sharp, very strong, and very, very able, which means that people are going to be able to feel and sense exactly what you want. And that in itself, it's a very sacred, very powerful moment in time, because it's going to allow you to have this very special moments in your life when you can allow the energy and this very, very powerful vibration to bring things closer to you that you would want to manifest, that you would want to happen, that you would want to achieve. Let me tell you a little advice, my gorgeous Sagittarians. My advice is just think positive throughout this month. It's very important. It's karmically very important. Whatever it happens, just wait to kind of rise above the situation and look at the things from a completely different angles, because you are going to be tested in a way, you know, throughout this January. But this is really important, because on another hand, every single challenging situation is going to bring you something good. Every single challenging situation is going to bring you something very important, an important unfoldment, which is going to be followed by a really particular vision, which is going to match your vibration and your spiritual journey and your karma indeed. And also, you know, what else I was going to say, a little problem that you're going to stumble upon in the mid-month. Do you know what? As the bigger the problem is, that's better. Honestly, a certain issue that you're going to have to deal with at around the mid-month indeed. But this is so good. As the bigger problem it is, the better unfoldment it's actually going to happen, you know, and you are going to benefit from it so much. So basically, this is how it is. It's so important just to dig a little bit, to give your best, to give your all. But most certainly, even if it feels a little bit unpleasant, even if it's something you don't want to do, even if it's something where you kind of feel like you haven't got enough confidence, just go for it, because at the same time, this means that there is a very special unfoldment that is going to be waiting for you at the end, like your reward, your amazing, brilliant spiritual reward that you are going to have at the end of that. Wow. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's for January 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's for January 2020. Oh my lord, I mean, what can I say? It's important and it's brilliant, and I have to say, you know, your number is number 14. Number 14, 1-4, means that, oh my god, something very important like to you, but this is very personal. This is like so important important because it's just something that you have been working towards, something that you have been waiting for, something that you were really looking forward to. But this is part of the long process. This is the part of the slow process as well, because it requires a certain confidence, it requires a certain power, and maybe perhaps it requires like a certain experience with a certain levels, with a certain directions and certain dimensions. But most certainly something very important is going to take place, and I really like it. This is number 14, which is in numerology an absolutely fantastic number, and all the patience that you had so far is just about to really give you a beautiful and wonderful illumination in a sense of a harmony. And it's also going to be very significant when it comes to the actual realization that you are about to have a very important adjustment when it comes to your life. And most certainly this is also going to provide you with a certain ideas, and suddenly there is going to be some kind of idea that you want to make, that you want to do, that you want to create around you, in your home, in your immediate environment. And this is nothing unusual, because when you're going through these certain changes, number 14 also require from you to work with this particular energy. You don't have to, but I highly suggest go for it, my gorgeous bambinis and bambinas, because it's going to be absolutely brilliant. It's almost like a little seed that you're going to plant at the beginning of this month that is going to take off and become the most powerful tree in the forest, the most powerful oak. That's exactly what is going to happen here. It is just so good, and also it is just purely coming through the actual your own hard work, your own accomplishment. And this is also very much so going to be the beginning of a very important stage in your life. Not only you will do something so good, so strong, so solid here, but it's gonna be it's gonna reflect on you, and it's gonna reflect on people around you, and it's something that is gonna last for a long time as well. It's absolutely brilliant. And you know what, it is just a decision that you're going to make here. It's so significant, because purely when you realize purely when you realize about this fantastic, rather wonderful unfoldment of these events in your life, which is just going to first start happening to you, realizing, oh my God, like this uncertain situations and uncertain decision that you made not that long ago, but the last 2 months were quite significant as well, because they created a little uncertainty and bit of a murky waters around. So now this is just going to kind of like come back at you in such a beautiful way, and karmically you did the right thing, absolutely right thing. So you will be able to prove something to yourself, but also you're going to be able to prove certain things to people around you. And this is also going to have an amazing impact on your confidence, and you're going to feel the greatest honor, because these are going to people that are really people, the real people in your life who mean to you, who you feel like emotionally attached with. But also in general, it's going to be wonderful serene knowledge that you are going to have at the same time. And it's going to be the learning process, the little learning process that you're going to get hold of. You need to get hold of this learning process, whatever it is, in order to get the right vibration, in order to kind of get to that particular dimension and feel this learning process and get the right learning process. It's all about what comes to you like really spontaneously, what comes to you spontaneously when you're not thinking about too much. You're like kind of like a really, not lightheaded, but you're like a relaxed, and you're thinking about something completely different, and then suddenly something comes to your mind, suddenly something comes to your energy, suddenly something becomes the power of the part of your thinking process, and it instantly it provides you certain promise. It confirms something to you through you feeling like optimistic in a sense of creativity, when you're like, oh my God, I want to do this. But sometimes it comes a little bit tricky, because it's very powerful and it comes and goes, and it's very important to just kind of get hold of that little beautiful butterfly, because that most certainly, my gorgeous Sagittarius, it's going to be an important moment in time when it comes to the beginning of your own transformation. The transformation that is going to take place this month is just, as I said, it's going to absolutely change everything, and it's an important starting point which is going to be connected to the certain changes. Maybe you're going to be a little bit nervous, maybe you will not know what to do. You just go for it, because I want to say this to you. Not only you're going to discover something very important about your own passion and a certain option and opportunity, but you are, even if you don't do anything, it's just the power of your mind that is going to be ridiculously strong, and once you get this balance right, nothing can actually stop you. And especially you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, you're one of the most amazing people. When you just give a task to yourself, you just go for it. You have got this absolutely wonderful and amazing power in many different ways. But what is going to happen this month, because of this accomplishment in January, and this is all about your accomplishment, that you will gain a confidence through, and most certainly it's going to bring you inspiration, and that is going to be something that is going to get you going. You will start something very important process, and that process is going to take off in December 2020. No, I'm not saying that you have to wait until December now to have some kind of outcome. No, baby, no. This is the part of a very long process, very important process, which requires you to understand that there are going to be 3 or 4 different points, 3 or 4 different stages that you will need to go through in order to get to December 2020. And in December 2020, you will be able to look at the big picture, because of the direct result of all your past efforts that is actually going to take place in January 2020. This is absolutely wonderful, and it's also so good at the same time, because it's just going to help you so much to kind of look at your life from this different angle, because you will realize how much you were restrained and how much was things holding you down, and you will also realize how much was that actually affecting you. So this is all going to be part of this wonderful and really beautiful picture that you are going to have at the same time, and a certain burden, it's also going to come to an end with you feeling free, with you feeling your own freedom. Absolutely unbelievable, but it's very, very good, because through your own freedom, you will also at the same time, immediately you're going to start feeling much better. This is going to be very important feeling, because it's just going to be a lot to do with the healing, you see, a lot to do with the healing, and that in itself is going to be more powerful, more important than you can possibly imagine, because it's going to give you focus that is going to be absolutely sharpened up, like, oh my Lord, so much that it's going to, on another hand, push you towards the thriving, push you towards the things that you should be paying attention to, instead of maybe paying attention to and using your energy, or maybe even wasting your energy for those parts of your life, those issues and those situations that you no longer need in your life anymore, because purely it came to an end through your own karma. So now this is all about the change, and you are about to come on the other side, and this is going to be very important, my Sagittarius, because on another hand, you are going to make a very big change. This is going to push you to do a very big change when it comes to your home, very big change when it comes to you, very big change when it comes to people around you. Good change, because you're going to find yourself in a rather good position, but it's all down to you, my gorgeous Sagittarius. It's all down to you. Very, very good indeed. When it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Sagittarius, it's very important for you to take care of a little bit of a cold and flu symptoms, a little bit of a sore throat. I said it millions of times, I know, but it's organic acerola cherry powder. It's very important. I said please try to get organic acerola cherry powder, because it's going to boost your vitamin C levels, and it's really natural form of vitamin C, rather than going for ascorbic acid, so you just go for organic acerola cherry powder. Take 1 little teaspoon in a little glass of water and drink the very first thing in the morning. If you can do this every single morning throughout the month, would be absolutely perfect, because it's going to boost your vitamin C levels, and it's going to make you feel much better as well. It's going to be good for you and for your throat as well, and also inside your mouth. Your gums are going to be quite sensitive as well, and this is also going to help you with the gum healing. On another hand, my gorgeous Sagittarius, what else I was going to say, it's quite important to actually try to stick to the aluminium free deodorant, please, because you're going to be very sensitive, and especially when it comes to aluminium and deodorant, it's quite poisonous. Please try to stick to aluminium free deodorants, and also very important, try to brush your teeth with a fluoride free toothpaste. Okay, very important. Fluoride-free toothpaste, natural. Aloe vera and tea tree would be my favorite. And the same when it comes to the actual mouthwash. Fluoride-free mouthwash with aloe vera and tea tree would be my favorite. And this is something that is going to help you with like a healing, and it's going to be much better than putting like a nasty, like a fluoride in your mouth. Okay. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or GP whether you can take like this supplement or not. But it's in particular organic acerola cherry powder, but it's just basically only if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, just, you know, just check with your doctor or GP. I have to actually say this. Okay, but it's very important because it's going to help you to boost your immune system, and that is going to be something that you're really going to benefit from. And if you run out of the actual energy, please, because it's a lot is going to be happening. Just if you feel tired or drained, oh God, remember what I said. Remember, organic spirulina. Okay, very important. Spirulina is absolutely mind-blowing. I recommended this millions of times, and it's one of my favorite things to actually boost your immune system, but also boost your energy levels. If you'd go for the tablets, I would probably go for spirulina from Hawaii, which is my favorite, but also on another, what I said before, but also on another hand, it needs to be without any horrible ingredients, without anti-caking agents and all the rubbish that they normally put in. So if you go for tablets, you go for 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon with the lunch. Okay, and if you go for the powder, then you take 1 teaspoon in a little glass of water and you drink it in the morning, and then you drink 1 in the lunchtime. But it's just like basically, if you go for like a powder, it does have a little bit strong taste, I have to say. Okay, so if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, as I said, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now basically going on the very first date that it's going to be quite important. Here we go. Bam, bam, bam. Tick tock, tick tock, tick 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 tock tock tick tick tock tick tock tick tock tick 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 tock. It's the 4th of January. Now, 4th of January, it's just all about you, my gorgeous Sagittarians, because it's about the acceptance. Bam, bam, bam. Acceptance. Just remember my words, my gorgeous Sagittarians. It's to do with an acceptance, and that it's going to be so good because it's going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel brilliant. It's going to boost your creativity straight away. Instinctively, you will know that this is going to start raising your power at that moment in time, and it's about to bring a promise, important promise, and that in itself, it's going to be significant time when it comes to your own wake-up call, and you are to that very moment in time invoke something very, very important in your life. When it comes to the certain unfoldment, you will activate yourself because of this harmony. It's going to bring you balance you didn't have in a long time, and that in itself, it's going to be the new beginning that is going to be very sacred already for you, because on one hand, it's a completion of an important stage. On another hand, ooh la la, new options are going to be followed, especially when it comes to the moment in time when you had a certain vision, but then you couldn't do it, you couldn't go for it, you couldn't kind of make it happen because of that certain non-acceptance, for example. So now that is about to change from the situation of the certain vision that you have, and you are most certainly have a really nice success right connected to this, and this is so good. And it's also going to create different stages and different pathways at the same time. It's brilliant. It's going to make you feel really good spiritually. You're going to be very strong. So the actual combination between the spirituality and materialistic life, it's going to be absolutely perfect indeed. Okay, the second date that is going to be important, my gorgeous Sagittarians, it's actually going to be on the 18th of January. At 18th of January, ooh la la, be careful to stay committed to the task at hand. Stick to your things that you wanted to stick to, stick to your options, stick to your pathways, because I say this because something is going to happen on this day that is just going to maybe like kind of come into your vibration and affect you in a certain way, which means that it's going to try to take your attention from the actual committed task to the hand that you will have. It's very important to whatever you do, however you do, whatever you're making or doing, just stay committed to the task at hand, because remember what I said, you're going to have a very special reward, and the reward that you're going to have on the 18th of January, it's all about a certain apprenticeship, but it's also going to be the ability, the realization, the something going to become available to you. Something is going to be quite significant. It's going to seem like a very tiny progress, very tiny option, very tiny situation or realization, but it's actually going to be massive, massive, massive. It's so important because it's at the same time, it's all about your practicality and it's all about what you know and it's all about your own knowledge, but it's just taking this on the whole next stage. Important indeed. And this is going to be followed by a particular negotiation, a very successful negotiation that you are going to have. Very good, my gorgeous Sagittarius, and that negotiation is going to become the beginning of something very special when it comes to your life. You see this? You see this? Look at these gorgeous cards. You see this? The Fool. Absolutely brilliant. You see, it represents the new beginning, new start, new enthusiasm, new option, unlimited possibilities, success, happiness, the step in the right direction. You know, it's also going to provide you with a certain vision, and this is so good because suddenly, subconsciously, you will be pushed. You will be guided by the very special and beautiful spirits and guardian angels at the same time. I say this because very often after the 18th of January, you're just going to find yourself like being obsessed with certain things, but in a good way. Good obsession is good. Nothing too crazy, of course, but a good obsession, because you will know that there are unlimited possibilities about to start manifesting in your life, my gorgeous Sagittarius. And this is going to provide and it's going to make the whole new stage, new beginning with unlimited possibilities indeed. Okay? Very, very good. So now I highly suggest you to get something like a Labradorite. Look at this beautiful, beautiful Labradorite, because this is going to be rather powerful months, and Labradorite is also going to have a very positive impact on you. But in particular, when you're like going through a lot and a lot is happening and you're not too sure kind of what to focus on first, that can kind of affect your balance when it comes to your thinking and making decisions. You're still powerful, but this Labradorite is very important because it helps you with this particular vibration when it comes to your own spirituality, so you can kind of like get certain things, you can understand certain things that are happening around you on a slightly different level, on a slightly higher spiritual level. And this is what Labradorite does. It's very important when you're going through the certain success, certain changes, certain realizations. So this is also has got this ability to boost your confidence as well at the same time. This beautiful Labradorite comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. But I would highly suggest you to wear Labradorite as well throughout January and throughout February indeed. But it's also very good to wear it like when you feel a little bit weird, or if you feel a little bit strange, or if you need to make like a really important decisions, or if you're like around very strange people, or if you're around people that are making you feel like a little bit uncomfortable or nervous, then Labradorite has got this power to boost your confidence on a really nice spiritual but very special level indeed. The third important date, my gorgeous Sagittarius, is going to be on the 31st of January. The 31st of January. You know what? Now we are talking. It's all boiling down to the 31st of January, my gorgeous Sagittarius. This is so good because this is the 31st of January. It's just all about the actual creativity, but the beginning, all your creativity that you had throughout this month is just going to really make sense on the 31st of January. It's the beginning of something very important, but it's down to you, it's down to your hard work, it's down to your effort, and most certainly very, very important, meaningful experience that you're going to have. But it's also going to feel like a little bit of an adventure, that it's going to come in through you, kind of like a feeling very daring. So before that, you will do something, you will take like some kind of turn that is actually going to surprise you. But this, my beautiful Sagittarius, it's also at the same time going to be the beginning of your transformation. But the transformation is going to feel good, and it's going to feel so optimistic, you know, and this optimism is just going to grow your wings at the same time, and these wings are going to be something that you will realize that you needed indeed. Very important time of transformation that you are going to have, and it's just going to be the power that you will feel like you didn't feel in a long time. And this is all down to your own, like really what you were like working for towards. But it's great great, because at the same time there was a certain influence that it's going to confirm to you that you will influenced by the right person. And also, on another hand, another influence is going to come through on this day, and it's also going to happen and manifest at exactly in the most important time, when your focus is going to be very sharp and very strong, and that is also going to make you realize that you are getting recognized here. You will recognize an important stage of your life, and people are going to recognize an important stage of your life. It's going to be such a highly honorable time for you, which you will know. The bottom line is, this is all about the job, rewards from hard work, success and admiration from others, but most importantly, my Sagittarians, you will know by the end of the 31st of January that you are in for the ultimate changes. This is going to be a very powerful day, in particular when it comes to making a wish. Listen to me carefully, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Listen to me carefully. I'm going to say this only once. Hello, yeah? Listen to me very carefully. God, sorry, but it's just basically on the 31st of January you will have a very special connection with your spirituality. It's going to be enhanced, and it's going to go very far indeed. That is going to provide you with an opportunity for invocation, for manifestation, and one thing in particular: make a wish on the 31st of January 2020. Make a wish, and this is going to take a very important turn, because it's about the balance, but at the same time it's about this balanced energy that is going to create this very strong and powerful force, and it's going to at the same time provide you with something wonderful shortcut on one hand to get to the point that you want to get, but this is purely coming through your own karma, hard work, and a lot that you have been gone through, my gorgeous Sagittarians, in the past 24 months. This is all going to boil down to this particular moment in time. Very important, my gorgeous Sagittarius, very important, because a lot is going to start changing after this moment in time. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarius is going on the very first part of January 2020. Now the very first week of January 2020, it's also going to something will need to go. There is a certain sacrifice that you are going to make, and that sacrifice you will know. This is when this restriction is going to come through. Restriction, you will not like it, but this is important for you to get this powerful vibration through, because what is going to happen through your own little sacrifice, you're going to need to change something here. You will also kind of affect this particular balance in a good way. And it's about you feeling really good about yourself, and you really making an important quite first realization and then decision. It's good because something is also going to return to you at the beginning of January as well. Something that you have done for somebody, like within the last 12 months as well. Something really nice, really good. You were very open-minded. You're very open-hearted. You helped somebody. You did help to somebody. So this is going to be an important point of the beautiful karmic return that you're going to have at the same time. It's going to boost your radiance, it's going to make you feel really good, but it's just about this particular harmony that it's also going to enhance your confidence in such a way where your mind is going to become very sharp, and you will be able to like kind of single out a couple of things about your life that are going to inspire you at the same time. It's so good that it's actually going to lead to the little hermity momenty. Now, hermit moment, it's an important moment in time, because this is the peak of your power when it comes to your subconscious mind, when it comes to your connection with your spirit guides, connection with all the different worlds. Of course, we live in a few different dimensions at the same time. We are parts of a few different dimensions at the same time. We have astral traveling, astral projections every single night, but we just don't remember. But it's just sometimes when we are actually having a hermit moment, this is when our mind expands so much further, and our connection with our spirit guides becomes obvious and evident. And this is going to be the moment in time when you are actually going to have a little hermit moment, and it's just suddenly something is going to come to you when it comes to the certain confusion and chaos that you had in the last 11 months. Something that created you certain confusion and slowed you down, and maybe created a little chaos because it messed up your plans. It messed up your plans a little bit. So this hermity moment, it's going to come through at the right moment in time, and it's actually going to make you realize something, certain option realization, and that is going to help you with the problem. That is going to help you to make a necessary decision. And this is so important because this is going to lead towards your victory and mental clarity. It's going to make you feel so much better after this moment in time. Listen, this is towards your own prosperity, security, and power, okay? And this is what this month is all about. But at the same time, it's working on your balance, okay? At the same time, it's working on your balance so you don't feel restrained. You can't just work or like focus and keep on thinking about problems, but you must not forget about your life, how to be happy, and also to enjoy yourself at the same time. This is all going to be boom, boom, boom moment indeed. Very vavavoom-ish in many different ways, my gorgeous Sagittarians. By the time, also, amethyst, and amethyst is something that I highly suggest. This is an amethyst to wear also, very, very important when you're having hermit moments, very important when you're having a very strong connection with your subconscious mind. This is going to enhance your psychic feelings. This is going to help you to connect like with your own spirituality on a higher level. It's going to enhance your third psychic high, but at the same time, it's also a good little protector for January and February also. Very, very good little crystal to wear, but especially when you feel like you want to find out a bit more, you want to connect to your own spirituality. This comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Sagittarians, you're also supporting my channel as well. On another hand, mid-January, you see, I like it. Mid-January, you will know like there is an imbalance. What was causing imbalance? And that is going to be directly connected to the challenge. Any challenge you have, my Sagittarians, you go for it. Anything you want to change or anything you want to start, as I said, or anything you want to begin, please go for it. Even if you feel nervous, even if you feel negative, this is going to be incredible. At the same time, you are going to really re-enhancing your own power, and you're going to make yourself very wise and very smart and very clever. And you will see certain things when we are growing in our spiritual journey, we can't see straight away. We need to wait for a little time in order to see the actual effect and progress. And this is exactly what is going to take place here. Challenging situation. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say, Sagittarius. Challenging situation you will have. And this is so much going to be very step towards a wish, big dream, a big option that you wanted to do, you wanted to make. It was part of your vision. It's part of your life. It's part of your journey. It's part of who you are. It's part of what you're doing. It's part of what you want, where you want to get. It's fantastic because it's about this particular wish that you're going to have, and this is so good, and this is going to provide you with realization that it is just all down to you. And at the same time, you will be able to get rid of not get rid of the certain person, but the certain manipulation is also going to take place. You're going to realize that you no longer want to be part of the certain picture, but this is really good, and it's a very important confirmation that you're going to have at the right moment in time, because it's going to lead you towards the beginning that you wouldn't normally have. An obsession, like a really good optimistic obsession that is just going to change your world, because it's all about you feeling free. This is the moment when you're going to really feel the release from those heavy karma that you had that was preventing you to move on and that was preventing you to be yourself. And you can only feel this once you reach this particular moment in time. It's so good, and it's very important, and this is also going to make you be a winner. You're gonna feel like a winner, and this is so good when it comes to your own practicality and security, because by the time you get to the last part of January, you're gonna go on the whole next level indeed. There is a really beautiful honor, somebody's just gonna come towards you at the end of January, and this is gonna mean to you so much. Some kind of a leader, some kind of person who mean to you like the world of good, somebody who you appreciate in so many ways. What this person is gonna do, they will tell you like how great you did. They will tell you like, they will praise you up. They will tell you something, and this is going to mean to you so much, because it is going to prove something to you, like a really important point, like nothing bad or anything like that, but it's just when it comes to your own progress, which is going to lead towards your own rebirth, because this is most certainly going to inspire you, because you will realize the potential you have. Once you get this balance right, which is going to be mind-blowing, at the end of January, you can just just be on top of the world. You can change everything. You can do everything. You just need to make sure that your balance is right when it comes to your mind, and you do not block yourself. Do not think negative, and be very, very optimistic. Important to say, because you're going to be kind of tested throughout the months. But this is all part of this. It's important because it's all about this healing energy that is going to come through at the same time. And let me tell you something, certain inheritance at the end of the month, it's also going to take place. So maybe you haven't got anybody to leave you inheritance, so this is going to be also like a certain amount of money that is going to travel to you, that is going to come to you, and it's just, you know, other people are also going to be part of. So it's going to be the certain money that you're going to get hold of, you're going to hear about, that it's about to manifest in your life, okay? And on another hand, you know, it is just like a basically an offer, an interesting offer. It's going to become very, very luxurious to you, like very important, you know, very good. It's going to make you feel so good that you're actually getting this offer at the end of the month, and that is going to be so good because it's going to take your life on the whole next level. It's to do with an important moment in time when it comes to your own completion, you know, very, very good. And something is going to be offered to you, and you're going to say, yes, of course, this is going to come through your own accomplishment, success and achievement. And the certain traveling, it's also going to take place. Certain traveling is going to take place. This is going to lead towards the financial opportunity that is about to change your life, literally, but it's also going to be about your newly discovered passion. On another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Sagittarian, is that if you need to go on the certain journey, this is going to be quite wonderful because it's the part of the spiritual unfoldment. As long as you book in this month and then you can go in a few months later, it doesn't matter. Or if you book this month and you go this month, you know, in January, it doesn't matter. My point is, if you book, like for example in January, and then you go for example like in June on a holidays, then, or like on a little journey somewhere, it's something very important. It's going to be waiting for you there, okay? It's a spiritually enlightening moment you will have, okay? So as long as you book a holiday or journey, it can be only a day away, a couple of days away, you know, as long as you do it like within this month, then it's still a special energy, very powerful energy going to be attached to it. So you're going to have a very highly powerful moment when it comes to your own illumination, and that is going to lead towards some kind of very, very strong and powerful idea that you will have. And it's also going to confirm something to you on the one hand, but it's going to boost your confidence in order to take things further. Very, very good, my gorgeous Sagittarians, indeed. Your justice is coming. That's another thing I was going to say. Your justice is coming. For those of you that have been like really having a bad luck, or for those of you that have been waiting, like for example, like to have a balance back, this is going to be back now. And also it's going to be very important for those of you who have been waiting for like some kind of legal issues to be resolved. They will be resolved, and they will be resolved in your favor. I can see a big smile on your face, so it's all going to be good, like when it comes to the certain legal issues and things like that. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarians, I'm just going to basically shuffle these cards. My God, I've got so many tarot cards. I'm gonna do like I'm gonna film all my tarot cards at some point. There's so many I have, so I'm gonna show you all. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarians, I'm gonna shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are in relationship, you know. It's very, very, very important, you know. There you go. Very important because something is going to happen to you both, you know, this month, but in a good way. You're going to have a very deep moment, very spiritual moment, and you know, it's a very good thing. It's actually going to happen when it comes to success and accomplishment, and that in itself is going to affect both of you. And it's also at the same time going to provide you with an opportunity, and that is going to be like, oh my God, we can do this, we can do that, and it's going to become an important moment in time because you will be thinking and it's important not to rush or anything like that. You're on a good path, you're on a good way, you're on a good journey of a really powerful unfoldment, but most certainly it is going to be an important moment for both of you because you're going to kind of need to like not rush into decisions, but just kind of take one step at a time, because this month it's going to lead towards big changes. So if you want to like overreact with something or like things like that, don't. Like when it comes to you too, always step away from the situation and think at least one night, give it one night, and this is your hermit moment that you're both going to be part of when it comes to this particular distance, this particular situation. So therefore, this is good, this is brilliant, an unfoldment in the right direction, because you will find yourself in a situation to do something really important. Okay? Now, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Sagittarius, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I mean, you know, this month in general is going to be ridiculously important when it comes to having fun, when it comes to meeting people, when it comes to going out there and discovering yourself, rediscovering yourself. There is a lot going to be going on, and a lot of people you're going to meet. Not necessarily love it, not necessarily stranger in the night, but it's like just important months when it comes to meeting people in general. You know, a lot of flirting is going to be going on indeed, and there is somebody very, very, look at this, the Hermit again. Oh my Lord, if I take this card out one more time, this is incredible. You see, it's just an important moment in time, because also you will have a very significant moment when it comes to your Hermit moment and when it comes to your love. So somebody will need to go. Somebody is like, kind of, first of all, it's this realization about somebody. Maybe you're still holding on to someone, or maybe you're focusing on the wrong person, or maybe you just met somebody who's not meant to be the part of your life, the part of your spiritual journey. So it's very important to say and to mention, my Lord, it's nothing unusual to see the Hermit card so many times, because as I said, this is going to be powerful months when it comes to you understanding life on a whole different level, understanding your life on a whole spiritual level. So you're going to be very, very wise this month. So this doesn't surprise me. So the Hermit moment, it's also going to provide you and make you realize when you're like drifting away, like in such a sense, when you become like a deeply concentrated, or you're like a very much so like in your part of your subconscious mind, you know, your mind would stretch so far, and you will be able to get all sorts of information. So this is going to be a moment in time when you will but you will let someone go who is not meant to be in your life. You see, this is important to say, because after that moment in time, this is going to be an energy shift that is going to happen. This is going to be followed by the fact that you're going to talk to somebody who means to you so much this month, somebody who is very important to you, like a friend or a family member, and that person is very sharp and is very intelligent, it's very clever in many different ways, like you, my God, Sagittarius. By having said that, at the same time, you will realize the actual safety, certain safety. The reason I say this is because the moment in time when you're focusing on security and power and your own success, this is going to happen at the end of all this. There's someone very important that is going to come into your life. But first of all, you will be happy with yourself, you will be happy with your capacity, you will be happy with your bravery, with like a kind of like around a certain decision, and that is going to make you feel so happy. My point is that your mind is going to be somewhere else, and it's always like that. It always works like that. When you least expect things, they will happen, because at the same time you don't push things to happen and then you block them from happening. Like this, you leave all the doors and all the windows open around you. So beautifully, this energy can kind of flow through and just create this vibration, which is just going to invite the right person into your life through your own subconscious mind, through your own vibration. It's so good because at around the end of the month, you will already be around this particular person. My gorgeous Sagittarius is somebody very important is going to walk into your life when you least expect it, but it is going to be one step at a time. It's going to be somebody very special, somebody very beautiful who is going to have a strong impact on your life, and that's what's important to say. What I said before, it's significant because I've seen this person coming before. It's important to say that when you start relationships, real relationship, you start from the beginning and then you work your way towards the right way up. You don't start at the end and then you work your way wrong way down. Lots of people make this mistake, but this happens for many reasons. Maybe people have to learn out of their own mistakes and experiences. Of course, I wouldn't say mistakes, but a lessons indeed. This is all connected to our spirituality, our karma, and our spiritual journey. But most certainly, the person is coming, and it's not going to be that long, and that person is going to make an important impact on your life. Wow. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarius, I love you all so much. You're absolutely gorgeous. You're amazing. I wish you a Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year 2020. I wish you all the best, my gorgeous Sagittarius, okay? I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarius, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.